Okay guys, we're back on.
But you can also right-click on a conflict to see its choices.
So see how you can right-click on it and it gives you the choices that were down here. Okay? So if you put it on doctor and you right-click, it'll give you these options too. Or you can just pick the one down here. Okay? It's going to give it to you down here, but it should be up here also. So you shouldn't really have to look down here, but it gives it to you so many different places. You can right click down here, over here, okay?
The one that is correct.
All right, any questions? Good. Okay, so here they gave you a couple of examples of conflicts, okay, that you might use, okay? So you're going to have yes, yes, comma, yes, or comma, yes, comma, okay? So, I mean, guys, if your machine is stacking that bad, you might want to send it in, okay? Or adjust your writing a little bit. But it's just something to do with your machine, okay? That is stacking that bad. But these are some of the ones that you can use, okay? Like on...
Sorry, stacking again is when you...
Like when you...
different things.
Like when you wrote city and you did the S and you're already doing half. And it's going to come up SRS. Well, that's not really a stroke. But it's going to give you the option over here. Did you mean to put the suffix and then half? Yes, you did. The good thing about this, guys, pay attention, is that let's just say you wrote, he's been known to go day to day. Is that hyphenated? No. It's, he has a day-to-day conflict with this thing. Is that? Yes. When in doubt, just say something. You have a 50% chance of getting it right. Just, heck yeah, okay? The good thing about it is, all you have to do is day to day, okay? And say you wrote it like that, but it needs to be like this. Don't freak out. I guarantee you it's gonna be an option over here. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel and go over there, day, space over, bring this back, hyphen, come over here, space this back, hyphen, wow. That's 45 minutes you just wasted of your life that you're never going to get back. Wow. When you just could have pressed 1 and it had done it for you. Because they're already thinking ahead. Okay? It already knows day to day, a lot of times, is hyphenated. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But if it comes up hyphenated and it's not supposed to be hyphenated, guess what? It's probably going to be option 1 up here too. Or it's going to be one of the options. You just select the option. Okay? Okay.
Let's see how Eclipse gives you total control over your display colors. Color selections are not just for expressing your individuality.
It can be.
One color for translated text, another for text that was typed in, and a third for text that was added by the scopist. These two colors distinguish a conflict that was resolved by the computer and one that was resolved by the user. Let's change the color for form fields. Settings, display, color selections. Form fields are just one of more than 20.
So when you come in here, if you want to change the colors, this is where you come. Alt U is your user settings, display, colors. And then you open that little box right here and it has everything. You can do questions in a different color, answers in a different color, which they are already. You can do the background in a different color, translates in a different, conflicts in another. You can do everything. It gets ridiculous. I mean, they're gonna explain it to you right here. It gets ridiculous on how you can do the colors.
Items for which you can assign a background and a foreground color. Let's change the background color. You can select from one of many basic colors or define a custom color and then add it.
So you come in here and let's just say you want, I don't even know what magenta is. What is that?
Purplish.
Huh?
Or like a purplish.
Is it purple? Okay. Let's just say you wanted mint green. I'm not kidding, guys. This is how ridiculous it is. You move this little arrow down to the color that you want it, put it there, select add, and that's what color. So if you don't like the green that they give you here, really, you can choose whatever color green you want. That's how ridiculous it is, okay?
She wants to know if there's glitter colors.
If what?
Glitter colors.
Leader?
Glitter.
Oh, glitter. Glitter. Let's try to speak English in this.
Glitter. You're going glitter. Glitter.
Hey, put a quarter in there. But you can choose any of these colors. Watch, check it out.
And say OK.
Wow.
But you also have the option
Wait,
to
what did it
display
change?
all text in one color.
Check it out, guys. What's that?
He changed it to his green. What changed? He ate them all.
No, it was blue. There was blue before. He changed it to green. Okay? Now check it out. Watch this. I wouldn't suggest this, but you can.
Also have the option to display all text in one color. This is a quick way to simplify the appearance of your screen, and it's a very popular feature for those who do real-time writing for the hearing impaired, carpet writers.
I wouldn't do that. Okay? You want to know what different things are. Okay? So keep the colors that are there. Okay? If you have a problem with it, you can change it. I wouldn't mess with it too much. Okay? The colors that are there are good, and they put them in different colors for a reason. Okay? Yeah.
Is there a place to go, like default colors?
I don't know. Maybe.
Default? Yeah, they're already
Like-
picked.
No, but mine, should those colors already be coming out and are?
No, not unless you have it on, right?
I don't think it has a default. See, but if you come in here, guys, so go into Alt-U, display, color selections, and hit that little arrow right here. So it's going to bring down this box. You see the different colors that these things are in? That's the color that it's in right now. That's what it's telling you.
Let's see.
That's what your settings are in right now. Bless you. So if you want to change the color of your form field, come down here, select form field. It's going to open up the different color. Change your form field.
So what should it be in now?
I wouldn't mess with it.
Okay.
I'm just telling
Well, that's
you.
what I'm asking you. What should it be in now?
It should be in what it's in. Don't mess with it.
Okay.
I wouldn't. But if you want to, you can. Okay? So, and I just saw this today. One of the court reporters was doing a transcript, and this was purple. Purple. I'm like, that hurts my eyes. Just looking at it. You know, mine is, I think it's white on black. I mean, and it's easier to see. Hers was purple with black letters and like green, where conflicts are and where she types in, it's a different, it's like, holy crap. And it was just a lot to look at, but you can change whatever you want. So if you go into that Alt-U, again, display, go into background. So you can change the background to whatever you want. You see how it's on white? I want to change it to yellow. Well, I didn't do it in here because this is a little visualizer or whatever, but I just changed it in my settings. I'm going to go back. Was it on back? Yeah. And change it back to white. Then press OK. But you can do the foreground, you can do the background. So this is the foreground, all of this stuff. The background is this, okay? What?
Here's an important tip concerning Eclipse Artificial Intelligence. It only learns new rules when you place your cursor on a conflict and pick the correct choice. If instead you just place your cursor on a conflict and just type new text, Eclipse learns nothing.
Did you hear what it just said?
Just the last part. Learns nothing.
Pay attention, guys. Pay attention right here. It's stuff that I've been telling you.
And pick the correct choice. It only learns new rules when you place your cursor on a conflict and pick the correct choice. If instead you just place your cursor on a conflict and just type new text, Eclipse learns nothing.
It just learned absolutely nothing by you typing in your asking. It learned absolutely nothing. Okay? But you needed it in there. So there's times that you need to do this, and it's okay. It's all right. You know, you just dropped it or whatever, and I mean, it's no big deal. Type it in there. No big deal. But the more you use it, the more it remembers what you're doing, and the more it's going to help you.
In other words, Eclipse can learn when you pick a conflict, but not when you type over it. Also, you should make your first conflict choice the more likely one. Then, in the Translate section of your user settings, you'll be able to ask Eclipse to pick the first choice when it otherwise would not know how to resolve a conflict.
You see what it's doing? So if you have a conflict, like table, which it shouldn't conflict, because if you set it up right, it's going to know that you're doing table with a number. So the only time it's going to capitalize table is when you do it with the number. So if you set it up correctly, it's going to know what to do anyway. Okay?
Sometimes a conflict will occur in an exceptional context, and you'll want to pick a conflict choice but not teach a context rule. If so, just hold down the Shift key and press the conflict choice number. That will take care of the exception without affecting what the artificial intelligence has learned. Much more could be said about conflicts, but this is the subject of a separate, in-depth ePower video tutorial that includes a conflicts kit with dictionaries that contain hundreds of entries that have already learned how to resolve beautifully. So this is a great way to take full advantage of Eclipse translation magic.
Any questions?
No.
So you can get on this, it's your turn now. Okay, so you can get on this your turn and push C. You can get anywhere in here and push C. Did it bring you right here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Which one is it?
One.
Arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, one.
One. You just push one. Now which one is it? Two. Push two. And see how it does it? Now which one is it?
One.
Is it?
Four.
It'd be one because there's nothing after it.
One, two,
Wait, you
three.
had it. They're not asking a question, are they?
You had a complaint about your on-the-job training, sir?
4. Should be 4. I think it's 4.
There is a 4?
Yeah, it's 4. You could have chose number 1, but 4 was the more correct because it was the comma, sir. If you select 1, now you got to go back and put the comma in there.
The big clue was that it was a question being asked.
So what?
You asked, you put a question mark at the end of it then. That's what I didn't see. It was a question being asked. As if I were asking you, did you get a complaint against you, sir?
Oh.
Versus me just saying, you got a complaint against you. Ah. Period. Done.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think I see what you. Yeah, I think I see what you're saying. Okay. But 4 was the right answer. So it was the comma, sir. Okay. So you can go through there and do that little your turn deal.
Let's see some of the choices that AutoMagic offers for resolving dictionary conflicts. Eclipse conflict resolution works so well that many users start creating conflicts to improve their translation results and reduce their editing time. Of course, context can be ambiguous, and if Eclipse does pick the wrong choice, AutoMagic will make it easy to correct. So here, if I press 1, that picks the first conflict choice. Here again, I've simulated another incorrect conflict choice, and so I'll press 1 to pick the right choice for meat.
You see what it's doing? So it's just making the correct choices. So it's giving you choices over here and you're just making the correct one. Most of the time it's going to make the correct choice, but every now and then it won't. So it's no big deal. Usually it'll give it to you over here. That's correct.
Here's an example of using a conflict so that Eclipse can help you with punctuation. The conflict did resolve correctly, and with my cursor now at the end of this sentence, AutoMagic is seeing that I might need to put a question mark. I could press 4 to do that, but AutoMagic is also trying to teach me the hyperkey or speed key. Here's a conflict that involves hyphens.
Which was what? Q. Q puts a question mark at the end of the sentence. What's a period? P.
Combination. And I've simulated the need to choose choice 2 to select up.
You see how they did up to date? They didn't have time to do it with the hyphens. So up, hyphen, to, hyphen, date, hyphen, whatever, okay? Don't worry about it. Just write it. It gives you the option over here. Watch. See where the option is?
Yeah.
It's going to give you option 1. Did you mean to do that? Yeah, it's already right. Leave it alone.
So-
Did you mean to hyphen it? Yeah. It was hyphen 2. I mean 2. So all you do is press 2, automatically puts it in there. You don't have to worry about it.
So like on the day-to-day and the up-to-date, automatically when you go in and, start
Editing.
editing, that's gonna come up.
Yeah.
Even if you don't remember that you wrote up-to-date, it's gonna come up there.
You don't have to worry about it. It's going to give you both choices, usually.
To choose choice 2 to select up to date with hyphens. This is actually 3 conflicts in a row, and my cursor is now on a conflict between the word number and capital NO period if it comes before a number. Eclipse chose the right choice, but if it had not, I could have chosen the choice from the AutoMagic list. Here's a conflict that helps with punctuation. Sometimes I tend to write the comma, sometimes I leave it out, but the conflict anticipates the need for commas or not. Finally, here's a conflict that helps with capitalization. What would happen if I needed to choose choice 2 to capitalize the word street? This entry in the dictionary starts with a command to capitalize the previous word.
You see what it's doing? So you don't have to do it. You don't have to come in here and reinvent the wheel and do it. It gives you that option right there. All you do is press 2. It's going to capitalize state and street. See?
It capitalized the word state. For each of these conflict entries of various sorts, AutoMagic not only makes it easy to pick the appropriate choice, but it gives you other possibilities as well. Perhaps you need to delete the conflict in a particular spot, or global the steno to mean something else. AutoMagic makes it easy.
Any questions?
No.
Let's see how Total Eclipse form fields make it easy to fill in the blanks for information that changes from transcript to transcript. There are several ways to begin filling in the blanks. You can click on a toolbar menu, or go to the production menu, or use speed key Control E, or hyperkey E. In this blank, I'll type in a number, and pressing enter is okay. Blanks can be set to automatically adjust their size to accommodate your text, and to delete the entire line thereon if you leave the blank empty.
So you can set these form fields up to where it automatically adjusts and it deletes the line if you leave it empty. So you don't have to worry about deleting it, you know, because there's 9 lines right here and you only have 3 lines of stuff. You don't have to worry about it. It'll delete the rest of them if you don't put anything in there. Okay?
So the line that was here was automatically deleted. Blanks can also be set to completely capitalize whatever text gets placed in them, and to look in a list file to give you choices. This blank knows how I filled in the witness's name in other spots in my transcript, and it's prompting me in case that information has changed.
See, so it's pretty neat. If you set it up all the time to where it says witness, every time that it goes to a thing where it says witness and it has a form field, it's going to automatically put it the first time that you did it. Let's just say it was Fido Doe. Okay? That's the guy's name that you're taking the deposition of. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every time it comes to witness. It's going to give you that option. Did you mean Fido Doe? Yeah. Okay. Press OK. But if it's different, it's in blue, no big deal. You start typing and it just takes it away. So it remembers what you did if you set it up correctly. Okay?
I'll just press OK. And finally, form fields can make it quick and easy to insert client information.
So you can put these, you can make these little fields of stuff to where, you know, let's just say Christopher Cilio or whatever is one of your clients and you take his deposition all the time. Do you need to write this stuff all the time? No. You're going to make this list of stuff where you pick his name, all of this stuff is automatically going to come up. You don't have to type it every time. Okay? It's pretty cool.
Within these short presentations, it's not possible to show all that form fields can do. So a separate in-depth ePower video tutorial is available on form fields and automatic indexing.
Got it? Excellent. There's another your turn. We've already done it. Okay, so you can go in there and do it. Actually on this one, see if it doesn't. See, go in here. Go right above here in this area right here where it says for the plaintiff. Everybody there?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you're in hyperkeys and push E
Above or?
above it. Just anywhere above it and push E and it should go into this form field. Does it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you set it up correctly, it's going to bring up a box like this. And let's just say James Sutton is your client. Pick James Sutton. Highlight it. Okay. Look what it did. If you have all of his information in there, it's going to put it in there automatically. See what it did? Pretty cool. Okay?
Is this something where we're gonna create a template for?
Yeah, we'll build it. We'll build it.
Is there like an ETA on like when we're actually gonna do this other than playing around with it on our own kind of a thing?
Yeah. Every day we come, you're going to learn something. So we're going to, and I mean, there's times when we're going to build it. When we come to that tutorial, we'll build it. And we'll start doing stuff. Right now, they're just giving you the basics on what we're doing right now. Just kind of getting you familiar with what, so like these first, you'll kind of see the first lessons or whatever, I think it has like class. And the next ones are like advanced or something like that. On the advanced, that's when we start really getting into it. When you'll be bringing your machines, we'll be doing stuff, putting stuff in. That's when it's really going to get cool. Okay? Any questions about what we went over tonight? Guys, we covered a lot of stuff again. Okay? Use the stuff. Because if you don't, you're going to forget. And you're going to, oh man, how do we do that form fill thing? You know? If you stay on top of it and do the 2 lessons that we're doing every week, Wednesday, Thursday, it's easy enough to stay on top of it if you use it. Okay? If you don't and you start falling behind, now you're behind 4, 5, 6 lessons. Okay? So that's why I'm telling you, use it. Especially the hyper keys. Really use those hyper keys over the weekend. Any questions? Okay, we'll see y'all next week.